Hello, I'm Adrian, and I'm quite often asked, how do you play rhythm and lead guitar at the same time? Obviously this is quite a big subject and there's lots that I could potentially say here, but here's my attempt to answer that question in the form of a blues piece that I've written, where I'm playing some blues licks, doing some blues soloing, but I'm interspersing the soloing with some chords and some rhythm guitar ideas. It's a really good skill to develop as a player. Obviously it sounds really impressive if you're just playing your guitar on your own and you're able to kind of suggest some kind of harmonic backdrop to your soloing. Also sounds really good in a band context too, I think, if you're able to solo and also suggest some chords in and around your solo lines. So as I said, I've done this in the form of a blues piece. It's a 12-bar blues in E. I played two choruses. The first chorus I've deliberately kept fairly simple, so it should be quite approachable, but perhaps not for a total beginner. But if you've been playing a little while and know the basics, then I hope that you can get something out of this first 12-bar chorus. In the second 12-bar chorus, I'm kind of showing off a little bit more. I'm kind of playing all over the neck and doing some more complex things. So you more advanced players might like to tackle the second 12-bar chorus too. But it's really up to you how much you take from this lesson. You can learn the whole thing, or you can just take a lick or two that you like out of this piece. So without any further ado, let me show you what's going on here. So I'm assuming for this lesson that you all know your 12-bar blues basics. You know the 12-bar blues form inside out. You can play that from memory. You know exactly where the chord changes are going to come. Also, you've got some basic rhythm and lead guitar skills as well. If you're not confident on any of that stuff, I have done some more basic videos which are up on YouTube. I'll just post some links to those underneath this video if you want to check those out as well. But let me take you through this actual piece then, and the idea behind it is quite a simple one, I think. I'm just playing a phrase or a lick, sort of lead guitar phrase, and then in between the phrases I'm just playing some chords or a rhythm guitar idea. And the important thing to be aware of here is what chord you're on at any given time in the 12-bar blues form. So you need to instinctively feel whether you're on the 1 chord or the 4 chord or the 5 chord, and then you'll be able to play an appropriate chord or rhythm guitar idea at that point in the blues. So I'm not going to sort of theorize about this too much. I hope what will happen is that you will learn this piece and then all that stuff will start to feel natural and start to become instinctive. So let's get onto the actual piece itself then. As I say, it's 12-bar blues in E. I've got two 12-bar choruses. The first 12-bar chorus is a little bit more simple than the second 12-bar chorus. So we're starting like this. We've got our opening little phrase. So we've got a little pickup phrase. This is occurring just before the downbeat of the first chorus. So we've got I'm playing the third string open, hammering onto the first fret with my index finger. Then I've got the open second string and the open first string. Then I'm sliding up to the 5th fret on the second string, maybe giving that a little bit of vibrato. And this is a pickup phrase, so we're coming in on the and of 3, I think. 1 and 2 and 3. Then we've got a triplet. 1, 2, 3. And we're sliding into that E note on the 1, the first beat of the first bar of this blues. And So that's our first phrase, kind of E minor pentatonic. We're sort of hammering into a major third there, and then straight away we're falling into some rhythm guitar. And I'm sure most of you already know this style of rhythm guitar. It's the classic kind of blues shuffle pattern that you will have heard hundreds of times. And the key thing to be aware of here is where you are, where the beat is. So we've done our opening phrase, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're falling into that rhythm part on beat 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just the open low E string. I've got the 4th fret on the A string twice. Then going to the 2nd fret on the A string, still with the open low E string, playing that twice, and then back to the 4th fret. That classic sort of rocking back and forth between those two fingers. But you know, keep feeling where the beat is so that slots in the right place. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got the second phrase, which goes like this. So we're sliding up once again to this E note, the 5th fret on the 2nd string, then playing 3rd fret on the same string, then 3rd fret on the G string, sliding into that, then 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the A string, open D string, and then a quick hammer on from the open D string to the 2nd fret. So. Rhythm there, we've got 2 quarter notes and then a pair of triplets. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Hammering it onto that 2nd fret note on the first beat of the next bar. That open string note is just a grace note, so it doesn't really have any rhythmic value. We're just hammering straight into that note at the 2nd fret. So we've got that. Then exactly the same thing has happened in the first bar, this same kind of blues shuffle rhythm pattern. Once again coming in on beat 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're coming out of it with another couple of single notes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then playing 2nd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G, and then hammering on from open G to the 1st fret. Another quick kind of grace note hammer on. I'm hammering into that note on the first beat of the next bar. So let me just pick it up from the start of that whole phrase. We've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we've got more rhythm guitar stuff, exactly the same thing on beat 2. And that's the end of the first 4 bars. The harmony now, the blues harmony is now going to change to the 4 chord, to an A7 kind of a sound. And I'm playing this lick here. Playing the 3rd fret on the top string, just giving that a small bend, just a kind of quarter tone bend. And then I've got open top string, 2nd fret on the B string, back to the open top string. So that idea is played over the A7 chord. Notice that I'm playing that C sharp note there, which is not in the minor pentatonic scale, but it's the 3rd of an A7 chord, so it fits really nicely at that point in the blues. So rhythm is just a swung 8 notes and a triplet. 1, 2. More of this kind of blues shuffle rhythm. This time, however, we're on the 4 chord, so I'm playing the idea with the A root, so the open A string, 2nd fret on the D string, and 4th fret on the D string, just going, playing those two shapes twice. That's sort of interjected on beat 3, I think. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going back to this same idea, actually just repeating the same idea, but continuing it like this. So continuing that basic idea, it's exactly the same to start with. Then I'm sliding up to the 4th fret on the G, playing the 3rd fret on the B, back to the 4th fret on the G. If you like, you can kind of hold those notes down at the same time and let them ring together. I think that sounds quite nice. And I'm sliding back down from the 4th fret to the 2nd fret, pulling off to the open string. Playing the 2nd fret on the D. And then I'm jumping down to the 3rd fret on the low E, maybe giving that a slight pull down towards the floor as well. So all of that bar goes like this. So it's a swung pair of 8th notes, and the rest of the bar is all triplets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hitting that low G on beat 1 of the next bar, and more of this stuff. And we're back to the 1 chord there, the E, so I'm coming in on beat 2 at the 4th fret there on the A string with the open low E, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Some more single note stuff. This is just leading into the 5 chord, the B7. Once again, I'm sliding up to the 4th fret on the G, playing the 3rd fret on the B, back to the 4th fret on the G, and then 2 to 0 on G, 2 to 0 on D, 2 on A, back to the open D, and then I'm hitting 1st fret on the D string, which is the 3rd of a B7 chord, so it's kind of outlining that change to the 5 chord quite nicely. Playing that note, then I'm playing the B note, 2nd fret on the A string, and then I'm actually going to play the B7 chord itself. That's the A2, D1, G2, and open B. So all of that phrase. Got a triplet to start with, then just swung 8th notes, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3. Then we're going down, the blues harmony is now moving onto the 4 chord, and I'm outlining that with this kind of 6th idea. So 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the D, 4th fret on the B, sorry, sliding into that. Just moving that shape down 1 fret and then down another fret. I like to play that with a pick, and then my middle finger of my picking hand is playing the B string. Hitting the open A string, and then I'm playing the A7 chord. Just hitting that twice, that's the barring with my index finger there, 2nd fret on D, G and B, and I'm playing the 3rd fret on the high E string. So let me take that from just leading into the 5 chord. We've got we're nearly there for the first chorus. We've now got this to take us back in to the 1 chord. So D2, G2, D2, open G, and then 1st fret on the G. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we've just got a classic kind of blues turnaround lick. And that's just the open low E string, and then playing this finger shape here, 5th fret on the A, 4th fret on the G, playing playing that twice and moving it down one fret at a time. So here, moving it down another fret, and then all the way down to the first position. Again, playing that with pick and fingers, I think. Sounds good if you just release pressure after the first time you play each shape. So, and then just to round things off, I'm doing this. Sliding up to the 7th fret on the low E, rolling over to the 7th fret on the A, back to the 7th fret on the low E, and then hammer on from 5 to 6 on the A. Maybe a bit of vibrato there too. So that's the entire first chorus. Let me put all of that together for you slowly. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Should mention on those kind of shuffly rhythm bits, probably a bit of palm muting there with your picking hand just helps give those a bit of definition too. But there you have the first chorus. Then let's move on to the second 12-bar chorus then. And as I said at the start, this one's a little bit trickier. I'm sort of doing some fancier stuff here, and I'm starting off with this lick here, up in the 7th position. It goes like this. Really nice kind of flowing lick. We've got this double stop to start with. 7th fret on the top string, 8th fret on the B. Maybe just pushing the B up slightly, bending that slightly sharp. And I've got 9 to 7 on the G, 9, 8, 7 on the D, sliding down to the 5th fret on my index finger there, then 7th fret on the A, 7th fret on the low E, then 5th fret on the A, sliding down to the 4th fret. So most of that is triplets. The first beat is just a pair of swung 8th notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're arriving at that 4th fret note on the first beat of the next bar. So that note there, the C sharp, that's sort of describing the change to the 4 chord, the kind of quick change from the 1 chord here. That's sort of giving you that A7 sound there. Then I'm just playing an open A string, and I'm playing this double stop shape here. 5th fret on the D string, 6th fret on the G string, and it's just a little tritone interval which is giving you the flat 7 and the 3rd of an A7 chord. Really good way of playing an A7 chord there. So I'm playing that twice, open A string again, and then playing that little tritone one more time. So that's the first 2 bars of the second chorus. Then I'm into this idea. Quite simple, this idea really. It's just this little double stop that we came across in the first chorus. 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. Just going between those 2 strings in a triplet rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Taking that up 2 frets. And then back to the initial shape, maybe sliding into it again. then open G, hammering on to the first fret on the G. So all of that is triplets. 2, 3, 4. And I'm just playing open low E, and I'm just holding down an E chord there and playing the top part of that chord. Then we're on into this is the fourth bar, or no, it's the fifth bar I think of this chorus. So we're changing now to the 4 chord, and I'm playing this. It's a slightly jazzy line, this one actually. 5th fret on the G, sliding up to the 6th fret, and then we've got 5, 7, 8, 7, 5 on the B, 7, 6, 4 on the G, 7 to 5 on the D, 7 on A, and then a quick hammer on from 5 to 7 on the D again. I'm kind of outlining some of those A7 chord tones in there. Rhythmically, it's coming in on the and of 4, 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, 1, 2, 2, 2. Something like that. Then we're back to the 1 chord. I'm just playing open low E, and I'm sliding this 9th chord shape here. I'm going from E flat 9 into the 1 chord, which is for which I'm playing this E9. So you probably know this chord already, but it's 6th fret on the A string with my 2nd finger, 5th fret on the D string, and I'm just barring across the top 3 strings with my 3rd finger like that, and then moving up 1 fret to an E9 there. That's all happening on beat 4, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, hitting that E9 on the and of 4, 2, 3, 4. Next phrase. Again, all of this is over the E chord, the 1 chord. It's kind of more of a major pentatonic idea, this one, I think. I've got bending at the 12th fret on the B, playing the same note unbent, then I'm bending at the 11th fret on the G, playing that note unbent, then I'm playing 9 and 11 on the G, sliding up to the 13th fret on the G, and then I've got 12 on the B, 13 on the G, and then 15th fret on the B. So all of that, we've got 1. So that's all played in swung 8 notes, coming in on beat 2. 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we're hitting the 5 chord, the B7. So I'm playing this little B7 shape here. It's just like an open D7 chord really, but I'm playing it up here. 10th fret on the B, 11th fret on the G, 11th fret on the high E. Just playing that once, and then a little pentatonic phrase. So bending 15th fret on the high E, same note unbent, then 12 on the high E, 12 on the B, 14 on the G, 12 on the B. And I've got 12 on the G, maybe giving that a slight pull down towards the floor. 14th on the D, 12 to 10 on the A, a little bit of vibrato. So that's all kind of on the B7, on the 5 chord going down to the 4 chord. So a little bit of a chord thing again. I've got open low E, playing like an A chord, I suppose. So 2nd fret on the D, G and B. Then I'm playing the open, those same strings open, hammering on quickly to the 1st fret on the G. So that's getting us back home to the 1 chord, and the final lick really is this. Nice little kind of blues scale lick, this one. So 7, 6, 5 on the high E. Quick hammer on from 3 to 4 on the high E. 5 on the B. 4 sliding down to 2, pulling off to open on the G. 2 on the D. And then a hammer on open to 1st fret on the G string. So that's coming in on beat 2, and it's all kind of triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's just that hammer on there is kind of a grace note, played very quickly. Gonna hit the low E string, and just the final pair of chords is really nice kind of E13 shape that I use quite a lot. So I'm playing 4th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the D and G, 4th fret on the B string, using my index finger, 3rd, 4th and 2nd finger. It's actually an E flat 13, and I'm just taking that up 1 fret to give you E13. Really nice kind of ending chords. So why don't I just piece all of that together for you reasonably slowly. Sorry, amp seems to be crackling quite a lot today. I'm not quite sure why that is. Sorry about that. Probably needs a bit of a service, but hopefully that's not coming through too badly. But yeah, here's this 2nd chorus then, quite slowly. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Gear for this video then, I've just gone for a fairly typical semi-overdriven blues sound. Guitar I'm using is my Jazzmaster, which is an American vintage 65 Jazzmaster. Bridge pickup, both volume and tone controls on full, and from that I'm going into just one pedal for this video. It's one of my many overdrive pedals, and today I'm using this. It's a BYOC Silver Pony, and I actually built this pedal myself from kit form, actually with a bit of assistance from my dad, whose soldering skills are far superior to my own. And as the name might suggest, it's a copy of the legendary Klon Centaur pedal. I'm not lucky enough to own one of those, so I don't know exactly how this compares with the original, but I think it's a really good sounding overdrive pedal in its own right. It's very, very natural sounding. See the settings on there. I've got the gain fairly high, just because the gain only really seems to kick in at those kind of settings on this pedal. It trebles sort of round sort of three or 4, and keeping the output and the volume in general quite low today, just so as not to annoy any neighbours or anything like that. From the pedal, just going straight into the amp that I usually use to make these videos. 80s Fender Super Champ. As I say, today it doesn't seem to be behaving itself particularly well. It's sounding a little bit fizzy and crackly, so maybe I need to take it in for a bit of a service, but usually it's a fantastic sounding amp. Settings there, nothing particularly special. Yeah, treble is around 4, I think. Bass 6. I've got a clean sound on the amp. All of the overdrive is coming from the pedal today, and as I say, I'm keeping the volume fairly low so as not to annoy my neighbours. From the amp, I'm just recording it as I usually do, Shure SM57 right on the speaker, going straight into my computer. So there we are. I think we've covered quite a lot of ground in this lesson. There's lots going on in this piece, so don't worry at all if it takes you quite some time to get this one together. Take it as slowly as you need to. Take it lick by lick, bar by bar if necessary, and gradually build up the bigger picture. Once you have mastered the piece, then I hope it will sort of give you some insights and some ideas of ways that you can combine rhythm and lead guitar, and I hope you'll be able to take those ideas and lessons and apply them to other songs and other styles of music as well. But whatever you do, have fun, and I hope to see you for some more videos like this one very soon. Bye bye.